as federal agents, including ICE, Border Patrol, the FBI, and the ATF, all keep descending upon Chicago to conduct these raids, local police are being caught in the crossfire. Now, I don't mean with real bullets, but rubber bullets, and of course, tear gas. This past weekend on Saturday, there was a confrontation, it's being called, between peaceful protesters who were yelling at ICE and, of course, ICE. And these ICE agents, rather than ignoring the protesters that were yelling mean things at them like, go away, and yes, according to the story, that's what, wake up, arrest ICE. Okay. And, of course, go away. ICE, these insecure little boy childs, couldn't handle that. Okay, oh God, they're telling me to wake up. They want me arrested. Oh, I'm going to pee my pants. That's what ICE is. So ICE, instead of ignoring these taunts from these, again, peaceful protesters, decided, you know what? Let's escalate the situation. So they started firing tear gas, which is banned in warfare as a war crime, but we can use it against our own citizens because, why not? So they start tear gassing everybody, including the local police officers that were there to ensure that nobody's First Amendment rights were violated. So basically the cops kind of on the side of the protesters, so ICE decided to tear gas them as well. That's right, folks, the party that says back the blue and blue lives matter is literally tear gassing police officers for protecting the constitutional rights of protesters. ICE did that this weekend. And according to Broadview Police Chief Thomas Mills, this isn't the first time that these federal agents have gassed his officers. They gassed them on September 12th during a very similar incident. Protesters were there, so was ICE. There was no violence. Protesters were not doing anything illegal, but ICE just decides we don't like people yelling mean things at us because we're a bunch of crybabies, so we're going to tear gas you. And they did, and they tear gassed the cops as well. But let me read you this. So during the September 12th incident, an ICE agent verbally assaulted Mills while he was on the scene, ensuring everyone's First Amendment rights were protected, adding that in his 37 years of working with federal agencies, such behavior had never occurred. Tensions between ICE and local law enforcement in the Chicagoland area have escalated in recent weeks. Mills accused immigration agents of making false 911 calls, including one instance in which an agent reported someone tampering with a gate at the Broadview facility, and when officers responded, they found only a photographer and a security guard outside the building. Mills called the incident disturbing and noted it was part of a pattern of questionable calls and other aggressive actions by ICE agents, including the use of chemical agents and projectiles against journalists. He has opened criminal investigations and is considering legal action to hold the agency accountable. And I hope he does. Legal action needs to be taken. These masked Gestapo agents are lawless. They're not following any rules. They're not following any guidelines. They're trampling on our constitutional rights and poisoning us in the process with these gases. Now, I already talked about the fact that in Oregon, at a local ICE facility, they actually had to shut down a school because of the amount of tear gas that ICE had been using against protesters. It traveled 2 blocks down the road in such heavy clouds that the entire school became contaminated and shut down. And I don't mean shut down so they could clean it, shut down permanently because of how much tear gas is now exposed in that building, inside of it. The use of tear gas in warfare is a war crime. We are not allowed to deploy tear gas, no country is, against another country. Because it is toxic, it is volatile. But here in the United States, we can use it against ourselves. And that's exactly what's happening now. And ICE doesn't care. It really is shoot first, ask questions, never. It doesn't matter if there's cops. It doesn't matter if there's firefighters, which according to the report have also been tear gassed by ICE. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're not one of our hooded, Klan folk, we're going to gas you. Because let's be real, they're covering their faces, much like the Klan. And I don't think that's a coincidence here. They don't want people to know who they really are, because underneath those masks, they're nothing but a group of scared little babies who would rather trample your constitutional rights than have you tell them, go away. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.